Got it. Let's get it. That's what it
You got a
said.
notification on your phone?
Yeah, that's it. I always say that. I say it every time we get on here. I say, got it.
Yep. I feel like that needs to be on a t-shirt for you. You know what I
mean? Yeah. No, it's funny because actually there's a t-shirt I was gonna make. Luigi, he says Gotti.
Hang on. Oh, okay, because we're live now. So like
okay, yeah. I'll tell you.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I know. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Let's get going. Hello, world. My name is Don, and you're watching Showcase for the week ending Sunday, August the 7th, 2022. This is our Friday show, and that means trailers and your live chat comments. My name is Don. With me tonight is my good friend, Mr. Kyko. How are you doing, sir?
I'm living. I got a lot going on in life, and it's all coming together. And I just wanna note that. So I want to throw that in the universe. Boom. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's how I'm living.
Okay, cool. Well, hey, I mean, we're all just taking things day by day anyway, so like, it is what it is. But glad you made it through. And thank you for joining me at home as well. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscription bell. And as always, if you're with us live, please drop a line in the live chat and we might read it off on the air. So let's go ahead and get rolling with the first item on the docket tonight, which is a trailer from Sony for a film called Devotion that made a little bit of waves earlier this week. I haven't pre-screened this. You ready to go, Kyko?
I'm ready to get it.
All right, let's go.
I don't know what we're looking at. I don't know what I didn't, I'm so off on what's coming out now. It's just crazy. Like they're coming out with so much new stuff. I'm lost. So
well, let's try and shed some light on it, starting with this one. Here's Devotion.
Ready, set, hit!
You the only person I ever met belonged in the sky. Just remember you belong down here with us too, okay?
The commanding officer called you one of the best pilots he's ever seen.
Jonathan Kang, right?
Jonathan Majors. A naval aviator? Absolutely. The whole world's looking different.
Did you ever think that you'd be in a squadron with a colored aviator?
Lieutenant Tom Hudner, Jesse Brown. It's good to meet you.
I'm getting real like
Slight detour on the way home. Say again?
Red Tails kind of vibes here, you know?
What are you gonna find out about your wingman cruising at 10,000 feet, Lieutenant? Put him in a little bit of trouble. Who knows? We might get a peek at who he really is.
North Koreans came pouring over the 38th parallel. Our guys need help, and we're up.
We knew this day might come.
Yeah, it doesn't make it any easier.
The most important thing is this. We bring everyone home.
Mistakes get us killed.
Can't tell you how many times people have told me to give up, quit, die even. It's one you can't always do what you're told.
It's a mag!
If I did, I wouldn't be here.
What do you want me to do?
Just be my wingman.
Red flags are seen!
The real battle in all of life is being someone that people can count on. Show off.
That was pretty good.
It's good.
Well, that was Devotion. Kyko, what's your first crack on this?
And mothers. It's look like a good movie. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my Cuphead. I see Cuphead on it. It's not my Cuphead.
Yeah, no, we haven't We haven't gotten there yet. So basically, as far as I can tell, shoot, darn it. There we go. This movie is basically like, it was giving me like real serious Red Tails vibes as far as being as far as being a sort of dramatization of like culturally significant, war history moments, American history moments, and actually world history, really. The trailer was mentioning the Forgotten War. I did some quick Googling a little bit about this. This movie focuses on the Korean War in particular, and my grandfather served in Korea. This is one of those things that it hits a little bit. It hits a little bit home, seeing references to that. I know we have like a lot of other people who have like distant relatives, who are similar veterans as well. But and this is one of those things where I can imagine the emotional impact can be really intense, especially with like the really intense battle scenes and stuff like that. I've never been much for war movies, but Kyko, what about you?
War movies. I mean, I can't even name a war movie that the Avengers Endgame.
Saving Private Ryan? Really? Nothing?
I haven't. No, I haven't seen. I can't even tell you a war
Fair
movie.
Enough.
I really can't. I'm telling you, Avengers Endgame. That was a war movie. That was definitely a war movie.
If anything, I would have expected like an Infinity War sort of comment in there, because at least you have war in the title. But again, that's fictional. We're talking about like based on a true story kind of stuff.
Right. I've never seen I don't know, when I see something about like World War II or something like that, it's not that I don't really care to watch it. And I never say that it's like a bad story or it's uninteresting even. It just doesn't, I don't know, that kind of stuff doesn't interest me. I don't know. It's the reason why I say Endgame is because I like fantasy wars. We all know I like fantasy, so it's like
fancy. You mean like explosive, visually stimulating when it's on the big screen?
I mean, we watch in the Endgame. We watch, mermaids that fly in the air get attacked by these. I'm just making stuff.
Where were the mermaids in Avengers Endgame? Wait a minute. I'm sorry, were we watching two different movies? I could have sworn there were no mermaids in Avengers Endgame. I could be wrong. Pretty sure I'm not, but I could be wrong.
Could be. Because listen, there was so much going on in that war. Don't tell me that there was not a mermaid flying in the air. You can't tell me.
Okay, let's recalibrate this conversation. We've gone completely off the rails here. Thumbs up or thumbs down, does this trailer make you look forward to this movie?
Does it make me look forward to this movie? Not really. Nah. I can't say.
Okay. So is that what is happening with your phone?
Listen, see, I'm not touching nothing. So
see, this is okay. See, let me just say really quickly: the people who clown me for like not having a lot of Apple kind of technology, it's like I have to point to stuff like this as an example. Yeah, it's not the be all end all. Sorry.
It's all right. Listen.
Anyway, whatever. So it sounds like you're giving a thumbs down to this movie?
I mean, yeah, I give it a thumbs down. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I'm actually gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a medium thumb. Not for like the personal stake reasons that I sort of like mentioned earlier, but because we just got Top Gun Maverick not long ago.
Right.
We've already seen these kinds of like an aerial dogfight Navy kind of story. We've already seen that already. It's like, I don't know that we kind of need another one of those in the same year. Albeit this one is factually based. I will grant a lot of like credit there for this production. I don't know. My spider sense is telling me like this is a medium thumb sort of thing. Right. I might check it out when it hits streaming, but I don't know. That's just me. This is Staff ZX saying, I'm with you, Kyko. Real life war movies aren't my style. While I also have relatives who served in the Army, I myself turned into a hippie lifestyle, make love, not war.
Mm-hmm.
What's crazy? Right. It's funny you say that, Staff CX. Thank you for the comment, by the way. It's funny that you say that. As memory serves, going back to Kyko, you mentioned Avengers Endgame a moment ago. Stan Lee's last ever Marvel cameo was in Endgame. And the last thing that he said was "Make love, not war." That was his last cameo.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So like that's always interesting. Whenever I hear that, that's now equated in my mind with Stan Lee. But anyway, so that was Devotion, which is hitting theaters November 23rd. So let's go ahead and move on. Next item on the docket is a trailer from FX. Thanks so much for watching, by the way, those of you at home. Don't forget to smash that like button and the subscribe now, notification bell, all that sort of thing. You know the drill. And leave a comment. We might read it off on the air. So let's go ahead and move along to this next trailer. Like I was saying, this is from FX. This is the new season of Archer, which has this is 13 years this show has been on the air. Through a lot of different developments, along with a major seismic shift in the dynamic of the show, as well as the cast roster. I'll break that down afterwards. First, let's take a look at this trailer. Here's the season 13 trailer for Archer.
In Mother's absence, I realized no one is the boss of me anymore.
You're really gonna go this entire mission without helping?
Not helping pays the same and doesn't require trying.
You need to win the agent skills competition if we're going to launch the agency properly.
So allow you to ruthlessly exploit us.
Welcome to the concept of a job.
Priceless one-liners.
I do feel a responsibility to keep my mother's legacy alive.
Hey, Archer.
No.
I'm looking for one of you to take the mantle of leadership.
It's me, right?
All's fair in love and...
Ow!
It shall be I who leads.
FYI, this jungle has trees.
All I want is to do my job and go home. It's Saturday.
I mean, where's the me time?
My gosh, she's like a Valkyrie. Are we, flirting? Lord of Cinders, command me!
I can hold it! I can hold it! Oh, no, that's my penis.
Until now, I've been the careful, rule-respecting Archer. But that is over! Why am I always the responsible one?
Which one of you is the leader?
Oh, buddy, don't open that can of worms.
Because they had a whole conversation before that about who was leader in the helicopter.
So I have to break down really quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and dive into this really quickly off rip. I mentioned at the beginning of this particular clip, right beforehand, there was a seismic shift in the show. One of the lead actors on this program, actress named Jessica Walter, passed away. I'm trying to remember. I think it was in spring of last year, basically, and it was right after. It was either right after or right as production was winding down on season 12, and they basically had to retire her character, which was basically, if Archer is James Bond, she was M, basically. And so, given that you had that sort of leadership function, all of a sudden there's a power vacuum, because that leadership role is all of a sudden vacant. What happens next with an ensemble cast that is already notorious for indescribably epic levels of dysfunction and just weird, bizarre frustration.
Right.
To put it gently. I almost said cartoonish amounts, but that would be kind of redundant. I don't know, but I've been watching this show pretty consistently since about season 5, maybe 4. And I'm curious to see how they wind up handling and resolving that pretty serious elephant in the room. They don't seem to have missed a beat since last year, basically. So they've been sort of finding their footing again since year 10 when the original showrunner stepped down. But that's basically all I can say about this. I'm going to give this trailer a thumbs up. Kyko, what do you think?
I give it a thumbs up. I mean, because this Archer, I like John Benjamin. I like all his work and stuff, and I think that's probably the only reason that I tried to watch it. I don't like it too much. It's not my favorite show. Like I'm saying, let me not say I don't like it. It's just not my favorite show. I tried to binge watch it on Hulu, It was at Hulu. It was on Hulu at one point. It might still be on there for that live TV thing, but you gotta pay for that. You gotta pay that $70. So
it's available in the American region. I don't know if anybody's watching this after the fact internationally, but you shouldn't need to pay like that level tier for it. Basically, just the regular, like what is it, $8.99, $9.99 a month membership. They put South Park on there. They put Courage the Cowardly Dog. All that's on the TV one that you got to pay $70 for. So I mean, I'm not paying $70 to watch Archer. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Well, maybe not by itself, sure.
Right,
exactly.
Anyway. But I mean, I give it a thumbs up. I haven't seen enough of like, I've probably only seen the first 2 seasons. So I need to watch more. They're on 13. I got catching up to do. You know what I'm saying? So but I give it a thumbs up. I give it a thumbs up.
Enjoy that catch-up process. 5, if I'm not mistaken, the fan community still considers season 5 the Vice season to be like this one, basically. So you got a treat ahead of you there. But anyway, so that was Archer, which is going into season 13 later this month, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to get the date in front of me here. There it is. August 24 is when that hits. Broadcast on the FXX network, and then next day is on Hulu. So there you go.
Listen, it's one of the best animated series. I mean, it has some of the best animation. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah, they really stepped it up. Especially since season 8, the Dreamland season is where they really started to get like really fancy with the shadows and the in between animations. Mm-hmm. You know, what's called in between. It's like transitioning from one movement to the next. But anyway.
Right.
Anyway, moving on. So next item on the docket is from Disney Plus. This is the first trailer for ANDOR, which is the next major Star Wars series of consequence now that the dust has completely settled from Boba Fett, and we're all still looking forward to the 3rd season of Mandalorian. And if I'm not mistaken, we still have, goodness, what else do we have? Freaking Ahsoka has a show coming out soon. I'm trying to remember, is Patty Jenkins still doing the Rogue Squadron movie? I'm trying to remember. Patty Jenkins, the director of both Wonder Woman movies. I think that's what was happening. Like, she was going to do this project and then come back to DC afterwards. Okay. She's still contracted for that. But anyway, there you go. Hey, Drew Got Flats. Welcome on Instagram. We're still live streaming on Instagram at Weekend Showcase. But anyway, let's move on to ANDOR. Here's the first official trailer from Disney Plus. Let's take a look.
To steal from the Empire? To just walk in like you belong? They're so proud of themselves. So fat and satisfied. They can't imagine that someone like me would ever get inside their house.
Cassian Andor. The Empire is choking us so slowly. We're starting not to notice. What I'm asking is this. Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real? I need all the heroes I can get.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
Oh, they actually brought in Forrest Whitaker for this. All right.
There's fermenting out there, son. Pockets of fermenting.
These are some crazy VFX.
Are you a fish? Or are you a thief?
You're slipping. I'm not slipping. I've just been hiding for too long.
As long as everyone thinks I'm an irritation, there's a good chance they'll miss what I'm really doing.
What are you really doing?
This is what revolution looks like. I'm tired of losing.
Okay.
Wow.
That trailer honestly kept me glued longer than I was expected to, quite frankly, because I have stated before on this show that I am by a far and wide margin the least Star Wars minded person, you know, probably on this entire production. Say again, Kyko?
I'm worse than you on Star Wars.
I actually doubt that.
I don't know nothing about Star Wars, but that looks incredible.
It does. Like this is one of those things where, I mean, if I understand this right, it's basically just trying to tell the story of the beginning of the rebellion. Yeah. The rebellion that's been basically the linchpin of the entire franchise for the most part. Right. Outside of obviously the Skywalker bloodline. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy that they're really just willing to make a whole event series based on that. Although I guess it was no surprise given that we finally got some semblance of closure all these years after Revenge of the Sith, bringing back McGregor and Christensen one more time for the Obi-Wan show. That's the other thing I forgot to mention that we just got done with, the Obi-Wan Kenobi event series that Disney Plus had running earlier this summer. I was really impressed by this trailer. I'm going to give this a thumbs up. I might actually not only watch this, I think I might, depending on how this goes, I actually might rewatch this and really sort of like examine it and recommend it for like other people who are in my position of just cold turkey, sort of like not really caring about Star Wars very much. Yeah. As sort of an entry point, you know, because like I wish we had like a bigger Star Wars nerd in here, or if we have any like in the comments feed, please tell me. But like I'm pretty sure the rebellion itself is like the most important thing to sort of like have an accurate understanding of, because it's like the Skywalker saga only goes but so far. If you don't fully understand the rebellion versus the Empire, that epic fight, you know, how much context you really have to work with if you're exploring the video games, the expanded universe novels, all these other things that exist around the Star Wars brand that have nothing to do with a Skywalker.
Right.
So you're like limiting yourself as an audience. Kyko, what are your last thoughts on this one?
I mean, I have no last thoughts because I can't really add to it. I don't even know. See, you just talking about Obi-Wan series and stuff. I told you I'm worse than you. I don't know what you're talking about. but I mean, yeah, no, I agree with you that.
So there was this big fight in a volcano. And no, never mind. Keep going.
But no, I'm saying I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch it and understand it, like you said, analyze it, and I mean, you know, I can tell the next person this is where you need to start watching Star Wars because this is the real beginning. Mm-hmm. But
or at least part of it.
Right, exactly. But the other thing is just on the trailer alone, it wasn't like the greatest Star Wars. I've seen better Star Wars stuff. But what I'm saying is they just got a lot of key points in this trailer. Like there's probably way better scenes in the movie. I'm saying that they could have put in the trailer that they didn't need to put in the trailer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was a good trailer nonetheless. But you know, we've seen this stuff in Star Wars already. You know what I'm saying? We've seen these effects.
So show me the new.
Right. But I mean, I understand the new. I get it, and it's better than the old Star Wars because it's you know we're in the 22nd century. We in the 30th century. So now we got good stuff to make Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? So
we have comments. Let's see. We have. Whoa, hang on a second. Sorry. All right, here we go. This is from Staff ZX. Honestly, I'm sick of all the interquels Star Wars is making. Interquels. Do we need all these side stories in between the prequel and sequel series? When are we going to have content taking place after episode 9? When are we going to move beyond the Empire being the main threat? Right. And then he goes on to say, in a deleted scene in episode 3, there are scenes where Padme is working with senators to form the rebellion. So so Lucasfilm have actually committed some of that story to celluloid before. It's just we never really saw the light of day of it in the theater, at least. I guess is what that implies. Cream Pie Lars says, I think they should, interesting name there. Cream Pie Lars says, I think they should take the diversity in Star Wars one step further and have a George Floyd cameo in ANDOR. I don't think they should do that. I don't know about how they would. I don't think that's a good idea. But thanks for watching. I mean, look, I do, on the other hand, I do echo staff's frustration about just the lack of progress with the franchise. Like, the Skywalker story is done. Let's move on to something new. Let's move on to something that we haven't seen done to death a billion times before, or at the very least overexposed in the fandom with like expanded universe or fan fictions that wind up, you know, circulating the internet wherever. Show me something new, Lucasfilm. What you got? Hey, Dave Filoni, what you got? Right? But, I don't know. I hope this is the beginning of something, you know, deeper and wider. I mean, they've been saying that they're working on that sort of thing, and this is hopefully the beginning of that. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. But let's move on. Once again, thanks for watching. This is our live stream of movie trailer reactions from the last week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button and the subscription bell. And as always, if you have some thoughts like to share, hopefully non-political or religious, feel free to drop them in the live feed and we might share them live on air. Let's move on to the next item on the docket. Oh, here's something else. This is Lars again. I'd like to see the medieval age of Star Wars, like 1,000 years before Episode 1. What would that even look like? When you say medieval, I can't even picture what that would look like in the context of Star Wars, like stormtroopers on armored horses with like lances, like jousting. What is that? Would they have equally terrible aim because they're stormtroopers? They can't hit anyone. I don't know.
1,000 years ago, they just had regular lasers. They didn't have lightsabers. They had regular.
They have prototypes.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Still wouldn't hit anybody. But anyway. All right, let's move on. This is another thing from from Disney Plus. Lars was saying, isn't that what they're doing with Lord of the Rings? 1,000 years before. Oh, you're talking about the Amazon show, Rings of Power. I haven't seen that yet. We covered that trailer recently. It does look interesting. I'll have to review that and look back and get back to you on that. We'll come back to that later. We got to move on. We're already at the top of the hour. Thank you for the comment, though, Lars. Let's move on. Next item is also from Disney Plus. This is a special series based on the Cars trilogy called Cars on the Road. Do you ever see the Cars movies?
You know what? I don't think so. I don't know. I think
you're gonna swipe left on this before you've seen the trailer, or are you saying you've never seen?
No, I don't think I've seen a Cars movie. Like, I really don't think I've seen one. I feel like I have, but I can't remember nothing about it.
Okay. Well,
Lightning McQueen. I know these characters. I know these cars, but I don't know.
Well, if you have Disney Plus, now might be the time to check out at least a couple of those movies. I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic about this. We'll see. Here's Cars on the Road from Disney Plus.
Hey, Mater, want a race?
Well,
come on.
Look at you, all charged up to race. But I don't have a chance.
Look, he ain't got the paint. He ain't got no paint on it. Oh, he do. I'm good.
It's standard character design.
I'll be gone because I'm heading back east to go to my sister's wedding.
Wait a minute. You have a sister?
Whoa!
Boggles the mind, man.
It must be ages since you've seen her.
What if I go with you?
Really?
Let's make it a road trip.
There's thousands of things to see.
Just the tiniest little taste of death.
Oh, dear mother.
I'm guessing this is the beginning of something great.
You got that right. We'll wander the back roads.
This is so cool.
Make new friends.
Hey, where are you guys headed? I gotta rinse off this old baggage.
Oh, look at you.
What about me?
Okay.
Can't mess with perfection.
I spawned with my little eye.
No.
Points for pageantry. This is not what I expected.
Trying to be Mad Max now.
Whoa! All the bumps along the road. That's what makes life worth living.
Okay, this is a bit much for me. So this show, it seems to be going out of its way to anthropomorphize the vehicles in some really unnecessary ways. Like there was a brief couple seconds of this one vehicle doing what looked like martial arts. Like, did you see that a moment ago?
I think so.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, really? You're gonna throw your rear left tire out, and that's supposed to represent kicking this truck in the face?
So in other words, I'm saying they don't do that. They don't usually do that kind of animation on this movie, which is why I'm saying I probably haven't seen this movie.
They did not. They did not in 1 and 3. They had a big thing with the second film that the cars were basically international super spies. There was sort of a subplot there for the second film. I never saw the second film, but they did not have that mess in 1 and 3. That much I know, and that's what's kind of throwing me off. So that's kind of a mess there. But I don't know. This is, at least if you're a fan of this franchise, I can see this being a fun watch. Especially since Smart Money says we're not getting a 4, mainly since after Toy Story 4, Pixar had come clean to the public and said, okay, look, guys, we're done with sequels. We're not doing that anymore. We are going to make a few other movies and then come back around to doing spin-offs / prequels, depending on how you look at Lightyear, but we're not actually doing sequels anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought this was like, see, when I said he didn't have paint, I thought this was like before he got painted with the.
Oh no, this is totally this looks to be totally after the fact. I don't know. Did you ever see the third film?
Nah, I know I didn't see the third one for sure. I know I didn't. I might have seen a little bit of the first one. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, so there's a plot resolution reason connected to the Lightning McQueen vehicle getting a completely different paint job. But at the end of the third film, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. Hop on Disney Plus and see it for yourself, I guess. But apparently they've reverted him back to the original color scheme, the original design. I'm not sure if that's meant to signify sort of like a return to form or like stepping down from the reasoning behind the color, the recoloring, the redesign from the end of the third film, or if that's a commentary on where this fits in the continuity of the 3 films. You know, because that happened at the end of movie 3. So I'm not too sure about that. But in any event, Ms. D in the comments feed saying, very cute, martial arts and all, LOL. Welcome back, Ms. D. Good to see you. Thanks for watching and commenting. I don't know. I'll check it out, but I'm probably not going to see the whole thing. I'll do a side thumb just because I can sort of see the appeal on this. If this franchise is really what you're into, it's not really my cup of tea. Kyko, what's your grade?
I mean, I'll give it a thumbs up.
An up, okay, cool.
I give it a thumbs up. I mean, you know, I need to see the other Cars movies. I don't have nothing against these designs. I like Cars. You know, I think it's hysterical that the truck is, you know, what he is, you know what I'm saying? So that you know.
What you got against Larry the Cable Guy? What are you doing?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm all for it. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I love that. I love what they did with that. I like the connection. You know, Lightning McQueen, I guess, is a like a superstar, like show guy, show offy guy, and then Tow Mater is like, you know, he's not really show offy, and Lightning McQueen, you know, show him off regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's his friend. So that's what I see. I like the story. Story's nice, you know. So I give it a thumbs up.
All right, cool. Well, that was Cars on the Road from Disney and Pixar, which is hitting Disney Plus on September 8th. Let's move on to the next topic. Okay, this is a reality cooking show for HBO Max called Selena and Chef. This is Selena Gomez's thing.
Listen, I love Selena Gomez. I will always love her, but I don't care.
There's a serious reason why I've added this into the rotation for this week, and I'll get to why afterwards. We got to kind of plow through the time a little bit here. Here's Selena and Chef on HBO Max.
Hey y'all, join me at the beach for Selena plus Chef Season 4. New mouth-watering recipes, masterful chefs, and a few funny mishaps along the way. All coming soon to HBO Max. Watch the trailer now.
She looked like a grown woman. Like,
She is. What do you
All
mean?
right, you guys ready?
She just look like I can't.
Selena
I grew up with
and
her.
Chef
I can't
takes
help but look at her and say,
Oh,
Hang on. You realize Alex Russo was a long time ago, right? You know this, right?
Yeah. I know, but I'm just saying, man. It's amazing to see. But she just looks like some lady on any cooking show. Like she just looks grown. She look like she's 40.
Ouch.
Oh God. In a good way.
that.
In a good way though. I love
okay. I'm so nervous. This year, I'm getting out of town. Selena.
Shoot, come on. I hit it at the wrong time.
Hey, y'all.
Sorry, my bad. All right, here we go.
Selena and Chef, season 4.
Oh my God, that view.
And even more out of my comfort zone. Oh my gosh, rusty. Continuing to learn all I can from the best chefs in the world. I'm so happy to be cooking with you.
Who, me?
It's Selena.
I can't wait to see the new skill. I don't have too much hard time to give you.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find something.
Let's talk food, shall we?
Let's do it.
Sweet corn and baby carrot with smoked yogurt.
Dahi toast with a nice cilantro chutney.
Made pesto pasta inside a Parmesan cheese wheel.
We're sticking to a summer theme of light, bright, entertaining.
I'm so excited to torch something with you.
I'm standing way clear.
You're amazing in the kitchen.
Oh, hot. Selena.
Imperfection is perfection, you know?
I might need to call you instead of my therapist.
Okay.
Got Gordon Ramsay on this show.
There's a note in
Race Parade.
There's a delivery that got a bit delayed.
You're our first in-person chef on the show.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are we? 7, 8?
5.
Oh!
I get to meet awesome people and make cool food like this.
All right. So Steph's EX with a comment. Isn't Selena Gomez 30?
Well, she's 55. Listen.
Well,
let me tell you something.
But all right. So look. Let's move on from that sort of thing and focus on the trailer at hand here, because there's a reason I brought this up. Okay, and the reason I brought this trailer up here is less about the show and more about the network. This is happening on HBO Max, and this platform was in the news a lot this week, especially after news broke out that the Batgirl movie that was made by the showrunners from Ms. Marvel on Disney Plus, Adil and Bilal, I think are the names. I apologize if I'm remembering that wrong, but they were the directors of the Batgirl film, and then word came out that Warner Brothers Discovery, the parent company for HBO Max, they canceled that entire film, basically as a cost-cutting measure. They don't see that they wanted DC-related properties to be big screen events, essentially. And the way that the production values and the visual aesthetics, the style and tone of the Batgirl project, the boardroom felt that it was more conducive to streaming than theatrical, so that's just why they pulled the plug on it. This is a $90 million movie. They pulled the plug on out of nowhere, blindsided everybody, even the cast and crew. And it's already made. They already made it. They were looking to distribute it on Max like next year. And we just found out this week that the whole thing got shuttered because the new boss at Warner Brothers Discovery said so. And that's half of the rationale. But like the other half of it is a cost-cutting measure. They thought it was better it was more economical to put more emphasis and effort behind reality programming like this show, which costs a lot less. And of course it would. No special effects, no real sort of, post-production necessities, for say the Selena and Chef show, as opposed to a freaking DC film, right? But it's like, you're totally shortchanging the fans when you do that. If you're restructuring your platform in an attempt to get the best of both audiences, the predominantly male skewing HBO Max audience and the predominantly female skewing Discovery Plus audience together, which is what they've said they're trying to do. I mean, you're risking antagonizing a lot of both groups by doing that for a project that's not only being made, it's already been made, and people are already looking forward to it. Kyko, what do you think?
Listen, she needs to take this show back to Instagram and keep it moving.
So you're saying something like this shouldn't be on streaming? You're saying this needs to be on shorter form content method?
Listen, yes, in the long run, at the end of the day, my final statement to that is yes, it shouldn't be a television series. But I mean, aside from that thought, she need to take this back to Instagram and keep it moving.
I mean, there's a market for it, but I would argue that market shouldn't be sacrificed. Other projects should not be sacrificed for this market. There's room for both. It's a streaming platform. This is Warner Brothers Discovery. This is one of the biggest merger conglomerate companies in the world, and it's like, you should be able to manage your IPs and your bottom line better than that, to think it's a good business move to put a $90 million completed movie under the guillotine blade, under the auspices of saving money. I don't know. This is Staff ZX in the comments feed saying, I'm glad you mentioned Warner Brothers. Excuse me. Since Discovery took over, they're basically soft rebooting everything. Supergirl was apparently supposed to get a movie, but they canceled that too. Yeah, I remember that. Oh God, I forgot her name. Darn it. The new girl who's they're not bringing Melissa Benoist in from the television series. They recast her with a different actress. I don't remember her name, but they're introducing her with the Flash movie that's coming out next year, which has a lot of other problems as well, but we won't get into that. The movie, not the actress. But let's see. First it was the CW, this is Staff ZX again. First it was the CW shows, now the other films. Personally, I'm glad they're finally fixing things. Heard they're working on a 10-year plan for the DCEU, copying Kevin Feige from Marvel. Hope the films become better and consistent. I agree with Kyko. This is pretty much a filler show for the internet.
Yeah. It come out on my birthday, so happy birthday.
Okay, so maybe you can check out clips from the internet once if HBO Max chooses to put out more promo material around that time, I guess.
I ain't checking no clip, no nothing. She can go cook her food by herself.
Well, apparently not if Gordon Ramsay shows up at your front door. I don't know.
She's never Gordon Ramsay curse in person. She's never heard Gordon Ramsay curse in person.
Thank you, Staff ZX, for reminding me. Sasha Callie is the name of or Calais. I don't remember how to pronounce the last name, but that's the name of the new actress for Supergirl in the DCEU. Thank you, Staff ZX, for that tidbit of information there. Anyway, if you're into cooking shows, I can see this being a lot of fun, especially Zoom teleconference-based cooking shows, because that's a lot of what they've apparently been doing for the first 3 seasons of this program.
I like cooking shows.
It's not my thing.
I like cooking shows.
Really?
Yeah, I like cooking shows, but this does not seem appealing to me at all. And it's like I love Selena Gomez, so this is not it. This is not it, Chief. I'm telling you. But I love the logo, her signature plus some.
So what that let me coin a phrase. So what that thumb do?
that thumb doing a down. A down.
Oh man. You just said you like Selena Gomez though.
I love Selena Gomez. That don't mean I'm gonna buy her stuff. I'm not gonna buy her product.
You're not buying a thing. This is streaming on Max.
Hey man, I gotta buy HBO Max to watch this. I got HBO Max for free with AT&T. Yes, sir.
Well, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, they do. They did have that running for some time. Is that special still going on?
Yeah, I think so. Should be. I don't know. I was grandfathered into it, so.
Oh, I see. Okay. If you got the hookup, there you go.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on. Selena and Chef, by the way, hits HBO Max on August 18th, FYI. So let's move on. This we have 4. Sorry, say again.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay. We have 4 left. Let's move on. I have to mention we had to replace something at the last moment. Something was brought to my attention regarding one of the trailers tonight that we can't show because of quote unquote standards and practices here on YouTube. So we had to replace that with a trailer that I did not expect to come out today. Apologies, but we do have the replacement, which is the first official trailer for what I believe is season 2 of the Cuphead Show, which was a surprising runaway success when the first season dropped early this year. It was a lot of fun. I never played the games, but I did really like the cartoon. And this is I'm excited to see that Netflix is still dead set on putting out new content for that show. Let's take a look at this new trailer. Here's the Cuphead Show from Netflix.
We were trick breaking into that factory.
You're under arrest!
Hey, Chalice is a great friend. Well, if she's so great, how come we never heard from her again? Hey, it's me, Chalice. I'm sorry I got you tossed in the hoosegow. So many nights in the slammer. The Crowbar Hotel. The Stony Lonesome. Gee, I had no idea. We can stay here at the boring old cottage, or we can go out into the real world and live. What do you say? We're rich!
Never before have I been subjected to such disrespect by a mortal. Bring me my finest demons! These are my finest demons?
Yeah?
Today is your lucky day, because we're gonna have a high seas adventure! We could end up there. That, my little blue-nosed friend, is why it's called an adventure!
You have taken something of great value to me, so I shall take something of great value to you.
I ain't too worried about it.
I'll never give up on love.
Your love wants you dead.
Relationships are a series of peaks and valleys.
I did not expect to see Kelly Maria in there. That's hysterical. Okay. What are your thoughts, Kyko? I'll give you first time.
That's a thumbs up.
Hang on. I'm sorry. Start over.
Yeah, I played the game and I liked the game and I didn't even know they had it. Wait, you know what? We reviewed the show one time.
We did not. No, I don't think we did when it first came out.
But it was a game. All right, so what we reviewed was a game because I remember we reviewed something Cuphead related at the previous episode. And I'm saying that if that was a game then I didn't know that there was a show. So now you're saying season 2. I was saying, wow, they made a Cuphead show. I can't, like, if they didn't do it, then they stupid. Because if you play the game, you'd be like, this has to be a show. This has to be a cartoon. So
right. If you look really closely.
I'm just saying, if they never made the show, they dumb. You know? So they made it. And
and it's amazing if you, depending on what kind of like TV or like if you have like a 4K setup or whatever, you can like magnify and look really, really closely. There's little like tiny imperfections in the animation that really evokes, the classic the rubber hose style of animation from like the 20s and 30s, basically. The beginning of the animation. It's like that was obviously what this IP was designed to evoke, and it's amazing to see those little subtle references to that above and beyond, obviously, the character designs and the music from this show. It's an unexpected gem. It really is. And this is hey, Philip Paczynski. Hey, welcome back. Is this a Cuphead show? Yeah, very much. This is. Hang on a second. What the heck? That was weird. Staff ZX also says, I played Cuphead in the game room back in college. Nice. Most of those characters are bosses from the game. Great game, but hard as nails. Really wish a physical release of Cuphead would come out on Switch. So, isn't it? Oh, you said physical release. Yeah, I mean, if you're really into like physical media, obviously for your games, yeah, that's the way to go. It is really odd how some games, no matter how popular they actually wind up being, they never really see the light of day in a way that the fans that made it what it is can really sort of take tangible ownership of. So much of what video games are now seems to revolve around basically leasing the content or renting the content, either through digital rights, buying the game digitally from a marketplace, or basically just tacking that onto your onslaught of monthly bills through like Xbox, we have Game Pass, or PlayStation, I don't know what it's called. Darn it, was it PlayStation? Well, it used to be PlayStation Plus, There's a different tier that it's called now.
It's
What is
called
it?
the PlayStation Network now. It's called PlayStation Network, is it not?
No, there's a different term for it. PlayStation something or other. I forgot it.
I thought it was called PlayStation Network, but
I mean, that's what the community is called, but anyway. But anyway, I'm just trying to make the point that it's these, some of these video games would not be what they are if not for, holy crap. Hold on a second. Thought I saw something. Never mind. Sorry. Some of these video games wouldn't be where they are without without the fans, basically, and it feels like a disservice to the fans to just not really have accessibility to the content, especially once the IP crosses a certain threshold of notoriety. If Netflix makes a cartoon out of it, you would think that it would be basically everywhere. Like you wouldn't have a straight up adaptation like this of something that's only available in one place, right?
Right.
How successful would it have to be for Netflix to put money down after the year and a half that they've had bleeding subscribers? I don't know if you're aware of this. This was a big thing in the news at the start of the year. Right at the time that the first batch of episodes for this show came out, that was all over the news. And it's wow, holy crap. Not PlayStation Plus, Steph ZX. That's what I had first thought too, but I'm trying to remember. There was a different term for it because Sony wanted to come out with a version of Game Pass that went by a name that they could own. I don't remember what it was called. Darn it! I could swear it was something other than Plus. We'll look it up later. Anyway, this trailer is getting me hyped for the show. I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know. I don't know how long they plan on doing this. Rick and Morty over on Adult Swim famously got a 96 episode commitment from Adult Swim when the first batch of episodes was barely done. So I'm pretty sure this is one of those things where it just goes one batch of episodes at a time, but I'll take it as we get it. Shoot. And it looks like the next batch is right around the corner here. August 19 is when that's going to be dropping. So definitely better mark your calendars for that if you're looking forward to more Cuphead action. So there you go. That's the Cuphead show on Netflix, which is hitting on August 19th. Okay. So let's move on. Once again, we're doing, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said, okay.
Cool. So once again, we're doing trailer reactions live on YouTube. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining Kyko and myself. Don't forget to drop us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already, and send us a comment in the live chat feed, and we might read it off on the air, immortalizing it for all eternity, or at least for as long as Google's servers stay active. Let's go ahead and keep going into the next video, which is again from Netflix. These last three tonight are all from Netflix. This first one is the trailer for something called Lost Ollie. This looks like a stop motion sort of thing, judging by the thumbnail. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Here's Ollie, Lost Ollie from Netflix. Not much audio here.
Don't ever
there it is.
As long as these stars are near each other, we shall never be parted.
Promise?
Cross my heart.
Hey! Come again.
My best friend Billy, he could be out there looking for me.
Well, ain't you a handsome fella?
Do you remember how you got here? I got lost.
Oh my God.
Good time to start a quest filled with danger and mystery.
It's a photorealistic Toy Story.
Down, boy.
That was amazing. Are those lightsabers? Are you a Jedi?
Oh my God.
Billy, you need to grow up a little bit for me. Run all over town looking for that damn rabbit of yours.
Billy needs me. We gotta get off now.
There's something you don't see every day.
I'm coming home.
I'm speechless at this.
I don't know where he is.
To figure out what's in your head, sometimes you gotta figure out what's in your heart.
I'm coming, Billy.
Oh, that's epic.
Do you know
how much you mean to my boy. It's what you were made for.
With all these things that I've done.
Wow.
Mary J. Blige is a little teddy bear.
What?
Yeah, that because it said Mary J. Blige is in the. I'm saying she's a little pink teddy bear.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I was on the bottom, like, holy crap, they got Jonathan Groff in here for this.
Right.
I just saw Hamilton for like the first time. Basically, yeah, I'm late to that. Really late to that. Like a few weeks back, and I mainly know him as like Agent Smith #2. So it's like because he was replacing Hugo Weaving in Matrix Resurrections, and so like all of a sudden, whenever I see him in anything now, it's like, holy crap, Agent Smith. But anyway, I know I should be like, holy crap, King George, but it's like that's where my head goes. Anyway, oh my God. Okay, so it's a photorealistic Toy Story. That's basically what we're seeing here. And I am hyped for this. I am really hyped for this. I did not expect to be hyped for something like this. I mean, this is it. Okay. Yes, this is an amazing trailer.
Right.
Yes, they have amazing talent behind the scenes. Like you saw some little blurbs of other projects that behind the scenes talent were involved in. Stranger Things, Kubo and Two Strings. Into the Spider-Verse, are you kidding me? Like,
right.
On paper, the talent that's involved here is top shelf. Top shelf. All right? It's a given. But it's like, there's another reason I'm hyped for this. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. So, full disclosure, I am a massive bleeping fan of Calvin and Hobbes. Okay, I don't know if you're aware of this comic strip, but this is a legendary Sunday comic that actually and weekly and Saturday that was syndicated for like, I don't know, 11 years, something like that, during the 80s. And there was a timelessness to that story that so many people around the world who read those strips and connected with that kid and that little stuffed tiger. Would have loved to see that story get adapted in any way, shape, or form to keep it going after Bill Watterson, the original comic creator, retired the strip in, I want to say 89.
Wow.
Going into 90. And he never did. Bill Watterson was famously adamant that no one should ever touch these characters. This should only exist in its purest original form I, the creator, originally intended. These are comic strip characters. First, only in perpetuity. And
so you're saying never make it a cartoon.
I'm saying,
that's what they wanted. That's what he was saying, right?
Anything, exactly. Bill Watterson never wanted anyone else to touch his characters. And I'd like to imagine if he had been more lenient with the license to this IP, to Calvin Hobbes, I imagine by now a live action adaptation would be made, and it would have been sort of like Lost Ollie. I'm amazed that we got a movie like this because of how tonally sort of close it comes across to what a live action Calvin and Hobbes adaptation would be. I mean, we haven't seen Toy Story 4 was in 2019. That's the last time we saw a movie remotely like this. And I'm blown away that a movie like this even exists. Kyko, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it looks cute. You know, this is something that is for everybody. I mean, you know, it's got a nice little story. I like the characters. You know, I mean, aside from, you know, who made it and stuff, because I peeped that, but like it flashed so quickly. I saw from the director of Spider-Man in the Multiverse. You know, I see that. I'm like, wow. But aside from that, I mean, this movie just catches my interest, you know, just based off of what they showed you and what the little thing looked like, what little Ollie looked like. So, you know, I give it a thumbs up. I definitely give it a thumbs up. I think I don't question your analogy to this, to you analogizing this with Toy Story, But I don't question that. But what I'm saying is, like, why do you think that it's gonna be a similar story? It's not the same people, so you know,
It doesn't have to be the same people, but it can be tonally similar. Like this strikes me as tonally similar to, at the very absolute least, probably the fourth film.
Right.
Because the fourth film basically was like, how do these toys that get separated from the owners find their way back?
Right.
That's basically what the fourth film was, as opposed to the first three, which were basically, especially 1 and 2, was this toy got straight up taken.
Right. Exactly. Right.
For the most part. And so, like, all of a sudden, you need to, like, sort of put together a rescue operation. Like, the other toys have to sort of, like, rescue the one that's missing. I don't remember enough of the third film, but I do know that the fourth film revolved around Woody and, you know, the Tony Hale character, the talking pork, finding a way back to Bonnie, right? So that's where my mind goes as a most recent comparison point. And like I said, that was 2019. That's as recent as it gets.
And that's why I say I disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. You know, I think what you're saying is good. I just, you know, it's not even a Disney like movie. Not even, nothing to do with Disney. It's a whole. But who is it? It's new people, or is it people we already knew about?
These, in terms of the acting talent,
the production line of it. Who is this
behind the scenes camera people? Yeah. Oh shoot! You know
no,
what?
I'm saying it's not Disney. What is it? What company is doing this? Is doing this?
Netflix. Netflix.
Oh, this is a Netflix original series.
Yes. And it's So this is
not a series. It's an original title.
It's a series. No, it's a series.
Okay.
And yeah, this just looks amazing. I'm giving this a thumbs up right now off rip, and it sounds like Kyko is as well. We got some comments. Staff ZX says, "Do we have time for a request? I was going to mention the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer, which came out this week. Did it?
I want to see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. What? You know what? Here's the thing about me though, is I've been trying to stay away from the Pokemon trailers because I'm trying to not see anything and be so totally surprised when this game come out. So I'm trying to avoid stuff. It's okay.
We have an audience request though, Kyko.
That's okay. I want to see it. He brought it up. I want to see it. So if you want to play it, play it.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's hang on a second. Oh shoot. There we go. Sorry, I had to make sure that my phone was plugged in here so we can keep the Instagram feed going. Put a pin in that. Staff also says, I like that song from The Killers. Also, the new Little Big World movie looks awesome.
It does look like a Little Big World. It does. Yep.
That was Sackboy vibes from that little stuff.
Exactly.
Ms. D says, never too many cute movies that kids can enjoy. Kind of counters the usual that stuff that's so prevalent. I think I hear where you're coming from with that, and yeah, I'm inclined to agree there. Yeah. All right. So that was Lost Ollie, which is episode 1 is hitting Netflix on August 24. So cool. That's awesome. We're definitely going to be looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah. Right.
You know what? Let's color outside the lines before we do these last two. Let's try this. What is this? Scarlet.
You know, it should come up right there, right at the beginning.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Pokemon trailer. I don't know which one. No. Official world overview? No, that's too long. Goodness. Is this it? 2 days ago?
Yeah. I mean, I would right there. That one. No, the one where he holding the Pokeball. That's a new
that's
one.
What I'm looking at.
Never seen that one. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
This is a first for a weekend showcase live streaming. Apparently, we are calling an audible right now by special request from the audience.
Let's get it.
I guess here's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Why not?
You know, this is my alleyway right here, bro.
Trailer does not reflect actual gameplay experience. The on-screen text and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, we'll see.
Wow, I'm amazed already. Just at who's coming back. I'm looking at who's coming back.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing a lot of familiar species here.
Yeah.
Attention please. Today we begin
Wow.
The treasure hunt.
Yeah, straight up voice acting here.
Oh, what?
Get to know the region.
I'm sorry, you can drive your Pokemon now?
No, but...
And you can fly your Pokemon now, apparently.
Nah, you did, but look, you did that. You could do that in Legends, but not like this. Not like this. Well, you get the legendary at the beginning of the game.
Culture.
You get the legendary at the beginning. They've
the Pokemon.
Oh my god.
And the people.
They ain't showing no new Pokemon yet, though. They ain't showing no new Pokemon yet. That's amazing. I'm amazed.
What will you achieve?
They did something different with this game. Oh, that was a new one. I ain't never seen that.
With you will be your Pokemon.
Show one little stupid new one. That one looks stupid.
Learn together.
That stupid little floating desk.
Yeah. This is amazing.
What? What kind of WWE fighting move was that? The guy's like half a football.
Oh yeah, no, they
miss and the
yeah.
Didn't even connect. Interesting evolution animations here. Kind of making my eyes hurt with all the like sparkliness around it, but whatever.
Let the treasure hunt begin.
Okay. So that was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for Switch. Kyko?
They did something different with this game, boy. They you get a legendary at the beginning of the game. Is what I was saying.
It's what it looks like, pretty much.
That's never happened before. Because if they don't give it to you at the beginning, then why would they show you how you riding on a bike all throughout the game? Like you telling me you have to beat the game and then get the legendary and then get to ride on the bike. I think you get it at the beginning. I think the guy that was talking to you is who gives you the legendary. So you get the legendary from him, and you get you get your starter from the professor. But boy, they
How do
did
you
something.
know that that's the beginning of the game? How do you know that's not one particular facet of end game content that they're just doubling down on to sort of sell what you can do in this game after the fact?
Nah, because they listen of every Pokemon trailer that they've come out with. I know how they release stuff. I know how they try to show you stuff. They wouldn't show you this bike if you was getting that at the end of the game. You get this, and I'm saying he riding it all throughout the game. So it's like on new quests. Like that guy give it to you at the beginning. That's some crazy stuff. Boy, that.
So okay, so then what's your thumb level at? It sounds like this is a thumbs up from you.
My hand ain't even on my arm. How high my thumb don't went in the sky.
Oh. Remember, the higher you hold your thumb, the fancier you are. I know it's really a pinky finger, but yeah, whatever.
Right. No, I appreciate the reference.
So I see a ... from Philip Krasinski here. I don't know what that is there. Stabs EX says, might come out of retirement and pick this game up. Also, you could ride Latios and Latias in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They've done it. And I mean, I wasn't about to quote the older games, but like Legends, I mean, you got 5 different Pokemon that you can ride in different ways. You can fly with one, you can swim in the water with one, you can climb up mountains with one. So they've done it. I mean, they just did it. Like they did it with okay, so you bring up Latios and Latias. Yeah, they did that. They did that way back when and then forgot about it. And then they did it again in Sun and Moon where you could ride Tauros. I think that was Sun and Moon. Yeah, you could ride Tauros around. And I mean, they did it. They implemented the riding the Pokemon thing, but not like this. they took the legendary Pokemon and turned it into a vehicle. I've never seen that's something different. And then, like I said, they giving it to you at the beginning. You getting it.
Steph also says that crystal animation was the new gimmick. You can apparently transform them to give them enhanced stats and different types.
Yeah.
Plus, this is supposed to be more open world than the other games.
This is gonna be like Legends for everybody who's played Legends. This is gonna be just like Legends. The battling is gonna be back to not being broken because battling in Legends is broken. I hate it. So it's gonna be regular, good. It's gonna be okay in this game. And I mean, it's that they're still doing the generic Pokemon game, but there's so much twist with this one. They've implemented the original game style and with what they did with Legends. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is it right here. Yeah, Violet's the boy Scarlet's one is hard, but I'm getting Violet for sure.
Last thing from Steph ZX, also like how they introduce actual evolution now. This game has a new Wooper, Poison, and Ground type. Wooper is one of the species that was introduced in, if I'm not mistaken, the Hoenn generation, Gen 3.
Yeah, no, that's that second generation.
Johto?
Yeah, Johto.
Okay, all right. It's Gold, Silver, Crystal.
But see, I didn't. Was that in the trailer? I didn't see that. That's just some information.
Yeah, I recognize him in the very, very beginning.
That poison ground whooper, you recognized him?
Yeah,
I didn't. See
I saw a photograph of like a brown whooper with a different style of antenna ears, and it's like, wait a minute.
Oh,
that's one of the new species.
I'm about to watch it again.
Yeah. We don't have this in the playlist. We kind of called an audible with this trailer, but after we wrap, we'll go ahead and set aside time to go ahead and put this in the link for this trailer in the description, along with all of our other trailers tonight, as usual. But that was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is apparently hitting worldwide store shelves November 18th. Phillips says, I don't know, never played any of them. Heard it's addictive though. I think you're not wrong.
You don't know what a video game is until you play Pokemon.
Oh wow. Really?
Like they did it. They did it with this one. This is something else. This one's something else.
We have 2 trailers left, and then we gotta shut this down. Hopefully we can close this out by 10. So here's Drive Hard the Maloof Way from Netflix. Okay. Let's see what this is.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to be remembered at the end of your career?
You know something that I don't? Nah, there's a few things in my life. From engine building to racing. Yes! To stunts. Go, 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 go! But most importantly, when that time does come to transition my shop to my children, I want to make sure the Maloof name will mean something.
That's great.
So when they're at a racetrack and a racer looks over and sees that it's a Maloof racing engine, they know they best be on their game. He got it.
This looks like a reality show that belongs on Discovery Plus. I wouldn't have given this to Netflix. I don't know. Like it looks interesting, but it's not this.
It does.
This doesn't belong on Netflix. I don't know. To me, I don't know.
Yeah.
Kyko, what do you think?
I don't. Why do you say it doesn't belong on Netflix? The same reason I thought that Selena Gomez's thing don't belong on. Are you?
I was hoping you wouldn't say that. I was hoping you wouldn't call me on the carpet with that. I mean, it just. If you're gonna do it, because this strikes me like a reality series and not just a one-off documentary. If it was a one-off documentary, this is one of those things that, okay, I can see that working on Netflix. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I can't really describe it. I can't really quantify it. But this doesn't really feel like the sort of thing that should be a Netflix series. Netflix one-shot documentary movie. Okay,
yeah,
we can make something of that maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know about I don't know about the whole series thing. This looks like a series. I hope it's not a series, and I'm completely misreading this trailer. It's not very clear on what exactly it is, but anyway. I don't know what else to say about this, but
so what? We giving it a thumbs down. We both giving it. I mean, I don't think it don't look like I say. I always try to say it don't look bad, but I'll
give it a thumbs up, but I'm not gonna watch it. I don't think I'm gonna watch it, which is rare. Like for me to give a thumbs up to something I'm not planning on watching, that's very rare. But I realize it's just not for me. Go ahead, Kyko. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just saying I agree with you. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. For those of you who do want to see that, Drive Hard is hitting Netflix on August 26th. So there you go. Let's move on. We have one last trailer, and then we have to shut this down. Here's Running with the Devil, The Wild World of John McAfee. Yeah, this is somebody I've heard of. I think I've heard of if I placed that name right. McAfee. I'm thinking of McAfee, the antivirus software. Because a lot of my studies were back in college were in computer science, so like I'm very familiar with the name McAfee. I'm trying to remember if this is the person that's in reference to. Let's find out. Here's Running with the Devil.
Inside that home, Gregory Farr was shot once to the back of his head.
Before he was murdered, Fall complained to authorities about his neighbor, software security pioneer John McAfee.
Yep, that's him.
Mr. McAfee was nowhere to be found.
He said he had gone into hiding because if police found him, they'd kill him.
Hello there. I'm John McAfee, founder of the McAfee Antivirus Company.
I get a call. Basically, the biggest story in the world just drops in your lap.
And we are ready to rock and roll. Intel bought his company out for $7 billion.
The plan was just to film this man on the run, but I didn't know how far it could go.
My life depends on this, my friend.
John created software to spy on everyone.
I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Some powerful entities were trying to set John up because of all the information that he possessed.
Call it truth, call it secrets.
They wanted to get rid of him.
John, where are you going?
To jail.
What in the is going on here?
We're heading to the Bahamas. The Mexican cartel was out to kill him.
They had given me some poison.
We all make mistakes.
It's getting crazier and crazier.
So is McAfee a successful entrepreneur who went mad and killed his neighbor? Or is he the potential savior of America?
This is a dangerous man.
I've not found a human being who did not have a secret.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What Netflix, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this? What are you doing? I don't understand why they're doing this. This is more than I ever cared to know about this the story of just the name McAfee. Like I don't goodness. I know that, okay, let me try and couch this way. There are three things that Netflix as a platform does very well. One of them is international content. Another thing is stand-up comedy. The third thing is true crime. There's a lot of true crime content on Netflix.
Okay.
There's a lot of those other two things that I mentioned on Netflix as well, but there's a lot of true crime on Netflix. If this really is your fix, I can see there being a market for this. Like this almost reminds me of that crazy documentary that I don't remember what it was called, but I think it came out last year. It was about the Fire Festival.
I'm not sure.
You ever heard about that? Yeah, it was this really crazy thing about this like Woodstock on an island, basically. And like it wound up being more like Woodstock 99 instead of Woodstock 69, sort of combined with a pyramid scheme, basically. That's kind of what that was. It was horrible, like to put it very simply. And it was a really bizarre story to hear told, and on a lot of different levels. We don't have time for it here, but if I wasn't a true crime, I might just watch this out of morbid curiosity. But even given my computer science training and what I know about, antivirus programs and the history and significance of these different brands, these different companies, you got Norton, you got McAfee, like I said, you got Bitdefender, a bunch of different things. There's just from a historical understanding perspective, there's that side of it you can look at. I can't even really bring myself to even look at this in that sense, really. Personally, this is a little bit much for me. I don't know. I can see this working because, like, again, this is the sort of content that Netflix is good for, but it's not good for me. I'm gonna give this a side thumb, and that's kind of being generous. What do you think, Kyko?
I give it a side thumb too, because I mean, it seemed like I don't know much about as much as you do about McAfee specifically, and so
I don't know very much. I just know the company made antivirus software that's bloatware on brand new computers. You can't get a brand new computer without like McAfee being preloaded on there somehow.
Right.
So it's like,
so I mean, I don't know. It's because this is the story of him doing some other crazy stuff that has nothing to do with the software. So, or is it? This has to do with what his company did, in the world, and then then it's like his side life, his side hustle. So I don't know. If you're interested to know what he did. As the if you think he's an important guy, then you'd be interested to know what he did. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it don't look like a waste of film. I mean, I could always say that, but I don't know.
Would you watch this?
I would watch it. I think I would watch it.
Okay. Well, it looks like that's basically all that we can say about this particular movie. This is. Like I said, this is a standalone documentary that's going to be hitting Netflix on August, I want to say 24. Let me go ahead and make sure again. Hang on 1 second. Let me go ahead. Darn it. Come on. I don't have the notes in front of me right now, so I got to go ahead and work off of the trailer itself.
Right.
So August 24. I called it. Nice. Cool. All right. So that brings us to a wrap for this week's trailers. I'm trying to think. Probably my favorite one. It's a tough call between Cuphead and Lost Ollie, but you know what? I'm gonna give it to Lost Ollie.
I'm gonna give it to Lost
Ollie. Was my favorite one running away this week.
No.
What was yours?
Pokemon.
Pokemon was your favorite one?
That was amazing. I'm allowed.
Yeah, I don't have it in this lineup, unfortunately, but yeah, we know what you were talking about. Yeah.
Right. No. Out of what we saw, though, I give it to Ollie. Out of what's on this list, I give it to Ollie. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So what about you? Those of you who are watching, feel free to drop a comment down below to continue the convo. And we will see you right here Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific for another brand new. Oh, shoot. Hold on 1 second. I almost forgot to check the comments feed one last time. My mistake. Hang on. Here we are. We have a bunch of comments here. Hang on. Philip says, hard pass for me. That's the kind of crazy I can't. Can or can't? He said can. I'm not really sure if that's a typo. He says, dude was insane. I would 100% watch that. He was a maniac. Well, if you have money, I suppose he is eccentric. This is still Philip talking here. I like the true crime stuff. I think he just went off the deep end, kind of like watching him enter the mouth of madness. Great show. Sorry, I got you midstream. Work was crazy. Well, thanks for making the time to drop in on us anyway, Philip. Really appreciate it. Steph ZX says, I think I'll stick with Norton antivirus software. I don't blame you. Steph. Thanks for the comment. And once again, thank all of you for watching, especially those of you who came in after the fact, dropping comments, dropping likes, and hitting that subscription bell. We hope to see you this coming Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, as I was saying, for another brand new weird news show. We hope to see you then. For now, my name is Donn. With me tonight was
Young Kyko, aka Mr. Peter Parker. You know what it is.
Spider-Man.
Yes, sir. You know it. Look at that. I just got that the other day.
Fresh ink. Nice.
Boy, that thing hurts so bad, boy.
How do you swallow?
Nah, look, he told me just breathe normally and do it, because I asked him, I said, do I need to not swallow while you're doing this? And then he started at the top. It was good. He started getting to the middle. I was like, all right, now you hurt me. Now I'm in pain. And
yeah, that's like on the Adam's apple practically.
That thing hurt. That neck ain't nothing to play with. I got a triceratops right here. That hurt worse than this though, but that was something. But that thing hurt.
See, we gotta wrap up. I know we're running short. I just gotta say really quickly, I am surprised to see that you actually went through and did that on the front of your neck. I put Adam's apple tattoos right up there with spinal cord tattoos. Like the slightest, that's one of the riskiest places that you can, that and maybe genitals. Like, or like the riskiest places to get tattoos put on. Because it's like the slightest miscalculation, you're just totally screwed for life. Miscalculation on the part of the tattoo artist who's with a, it's like, I don't know how one could be brave enough to do that.
I did it. I'm gonna get my eyelid. Get my eyelid next.
Oh God, come on!
y'all be ready for that one.
No.
Yes, sir.
Please don't describe anything about that. Take your time doing that. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Kyko. Thanks for watching. My name is Don. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Showcase you later. Good night.